Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
With your my goodness. Very well.
But I shouldn't complain because it's something like 20 degrees inside, so I have no problems. But yeah,
Well, yeah. You have a good celebration. Okay.
It's a nice 26 degrees here.
oh
in the
gosh,
Philippines.
very good.
You're
But I
in the
can.
Iceland.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Oh, 2 o'clock with 26 degrees. Oh, my God.
okay. So it's in the middle of the night for you, Ricky.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
It's
Yeah.
always the middle of the night for Ricky. That's why he always looks
Yeah,
that way.
generally.
Oh, Mr. Chairman. Sorry, sir.
Well, very good of you to come, Ricky. Very good.
One of the few times I'm not out traveling about taking care of stuff.
hmm
Okay, we'll start in just 1 minute. Everybody.
Yes, very good.
Yes, yes.
That's
Beautiful.
wonderful.
And we are live, I see. So
Yeah.
very good.
That is very important.
Yeah. Hello, people of the world.
While we are waiting to start, I take it the sound is better this week than last week.
Your sound is good, at least. Yeah.
It's a new
So-
headset.
Yeah.
It was terrible last week.
Oh,
I was in a noisy place. Normally, sound reduction works, but it did not do any good last week. So
mhm.
I've invested in some new equipment.
That's how things work, eh? Good and new stuff always works.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I bought another headset since then, which doesn't work. But I'm
Oh.
not going to advertise to the world which one failed.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll start. Welcome, everybody. I'm Len Batopic, the Chair of Parliament for Asgardia, the world's first space nation, and I welcome you to our weekly meetings where we don't hold any votes, but we discuss the operational matters relating to Asgardia. Usually at this time of year, these meetings are a little bit shorter, as people around most of the world, for some reason, do wind down from the normal level of activity. I'm delighted to see colleagues here, and I won't keep you long today. I've just got three things, and I'm not sure, and a bit of a cold. I'm not sure if Peter is here. He probably will be shortly. Just three things. First of all, the documents have now been completed for the final sitting of our digital session of Parliament. Very much thank everybody who attended that. So those will go to the head of nation now, and he will issue the relevant decrees if he wishes to. I hope he will. Thank you for all the good work on that and the other sessions this year. Very much appreciated. Secondly, we have a timetable for this rest of the year, and I hope I get this right, but Linda and also Aliona can correct me if I make a mistake. Next week we will not have a meeting because it's in the middle of spiritual celebration that many people hold, and for those who aren't that spiritual, they still tend to take the 26th of December off. It's Boxing Day in the UK, but it's called different things in different parts of the world. But we will have, on the 31st, we'll have a Year Day celebration. I'm just going to ask if, I can't remember the time we agreed now. I think it's 1600, but if Linda or Aliona can just remind me what time we said was for that time, for that day. It's a party we have from everywhere around the world. So we won't have one on Thursday the 2nd, but then we'll be back to business as usual on the 9th of January. So that means 26, no session. 31st, we'll have a session. Yes, a session. Ariadne, with a cup of vino if you want. You can have a cup of tea, Ariadne, whatever you want. I won't judge what you have in that session. So no
That's
meeting.
for celebration.
Yeah, you can have it. I'm not stopping you. Enjoy it on Earth. I'm not sure we'll be having many drinks in space, but there we go. So on the 26th, no meeting. On the 31st, meeting, and we can watch Ariadne drink a glass of vino, and anybody else can do the same if you wish to. That's fine. And then, yeah, there won't be one on January the 2nd, as Rebecca said. Yeah, there won't be one then. If the owner or Linda, I've written down that we're having the celebration. We spent some time fixing the time. If you could just remind me what we agreed for GMT on the 31st of December, that would be great. Year Day. And then we will have our next ordinary meeting on the 9th of January. 9th of January, 1700 for chairs, 1800 for Parliament. So that's it. The dates to remember, 31st and the 9th. And then back to business as usual. This is what we do every year, depending exactly how the calendar is, but this is what we do each year. So that is the news on this. And then the third thing, a new development, which if John finds here, I'll let John share. John, do you want to tell people what we agreed in terms of the extra meeting on a Thursday, which will affect those with legislation?
Okay, thank you. Yes, on starting on Thursday for
John. There you are. Here you are. It looks like you're praying.
I'm sorry.
I know that. Don't apologize. I admire your faith.
Starting on Thursdays during the chair or the committee chair meeting. At the end of that meeting, we will do the legislative review group meeting. It'll be in the same meeting room. In other words, because most of the people that attend that meeting are part of the legislative review group anyway, and so it'll be very convenient. And During that meeting, if there's a sponsor of a bill that's being worked on, of course, you'll be invited to that meeting, or sponsors. Depends on who is doing it. You'll be invited to attend if you wish to attend. In other words, it's not mandatory. Uh, uh, the only thing that's really, well, even that's not mandatory because I don't feel like I can make anything mandatory. But the only thing that is recommended is, of course, is the actual Google Drive where we maintain the LMRG review group document. But if you want to attend a Zoom meeting and you're a sponsor of a bill, you can reach out to me, Lambert, or probably even Peter, and say that you want to be part of that meeting so that you can review some of the information on the legislation that's being reviewed. Currently, right now, legislation being reviewed is, of course, the Consumer Act, so it's not, and that's one of my committee acts, and so I'm already in the review group, so I'm good to go. But yeah, that's all I have, and I'm really looking forward to the process. I think it's going to be a really good milestone for Parliament. Thank you, Lambert.
Thank you. Yeah, this is really good development. It's helpful to me because John will take a lot of the load, which I have been doing in terms of developing legislation. So thank you, John, for that. That's big, big help. In terms of the process, it also time limits it, so we have to be efficient on the timing, because normally the first meeting takes about 20 minutes and then it gives us 40 to 45 minutes before this one. And if it's necessary, then we can have a slightly longer meeting, which John can obviously organize. So yeah, it's a good situation. And as John says, it means we can carry out the new process which we came up with. And John's got quite a lot of legislation to get through for the next digital sitting, which I expect will be in February 2025. So thank you for that, John. Lots of work, but you're qualified. You're more qualified than anyone else here, in fact, to do that, including me, which worries me formally, but there we go. Now, Peter's joined us. Do you want to tell colleagues what happened in the chairs meeting that hasn't already been said? You don't know what's been said because you weren't here. I'm sure. You can give us a summary anyway.
I understand that John's just been through the new developments that was actually all we talked about really at the chairs meeting. It was a very quiet meeting, but we were also excited about the hand that John's taken. That was what we were talking about, and so there's really not that much to add because I just caught the tail end of John outlining it there. So really nothing much for me to say. I feel almost redundant. So can I have a redundancy payment if I am made redundant?
It'll be the usual amount.
Oh.
It'll be 100% of what you're being paid at the moment.
Oh, I wouldn't know how to not spend nothing. Anyway,
well, I'll send you a food parcel.
Thank you very much. That's about it. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll keep it fairly short because I feel that usually at this time, people are winding down a little bit. Any questions? I'm just seeking Leona or Linda, can you just confirm what we said for the timing in GMT on Year Day Party on the 31st? I'm sorry, I can't find it at the moment. That's the problem. Or WhatsApp it to me now, or put it in the chat if you haven't. Let me just check. Yeah, but what time? John, yes, you cover while I try to find out the answer. Over to you, John. Again.
It wasn't about the time. It was just a question.
Yeah, go on.
You mentioned that I had some acts to do before February's Parliament session. I was wondering. I know that Mark Beer sent you some data or information on those acts, and I know you uh, have you made some suggestion to those acts. I was just wondering if you could email me all that so that I could get started on them.
I can, yes. Aliona, can you just send? She's got the whole pile. Aliona, if you can send the work I did on each of those acts to John. You don't have to use it though, because in a way your process supersedes mine. What you're doing is more important.
Yeah,
than...
but I still want your suggestion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Linda. Actually, I think Linda, you've got the list of acts. Maybe it's more logical if you send it to John. Feel free to use it or not use it. You're quite right. This will be a one-off. In future, we don't have this complication because we'll use the new process. So I could ask Linda to send you the acts. I can do it tomorrow. I won't be able to do it today because I have to go back into another meeting after this. I might be able to do it much later on, but otherwise I'll ask Linda if you could send the work that I did on the acts, the modified work. And as I say, to stress again, you can do what you wish with it. I'm not going to prescribe.
That's what I did. I took your stuff that you sent me on mine, and then I took Mark's, and I reviewed both of those at the same time and factored them in the act, and then just the only thing and then I just changed it to where it makes sure I just address certain things, and yeah. But you always make great suggestions, Linda. So that's why I said I don't want you to stop doing that, because you are part of the process.
That's very kind of you. Thank you, John. Lucky I'm not a despot. Well, I make suggestions. They sometimes are good. Sometimes you might be able to do better. Okay, well, get those to you anyway. And since we have the plan of having that meeting on Thursdays, I shall be here anyway. So that works fine for me. So thanks very much indeed. And that is good. So that will get to you. Linda, if you can send John the documents which I sent you, the finished up version. As a precaution, I'll send you that later on tonight or in the morning as well. But I think I'll see. I think that Linda will be able to send that without any trouble. She'll be able to do a good job on that. Thank you for that, John. Breaking news. Thank you, Linda and Aliona. The time for the time for the year day event will be 1600 UTC. Already the subject of discussion. I think a fairly positive way. That's you, Ricky. Just to make your life so happy. We want to see your fireworks, Ricky, if you can make it. We try to change the country. It's not essential that you're there, of course. But if you can, host us that day. That would be really very, very good.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Ricky's got to get up in 3 hours, so I won't keep you now. In
fact,
fact,
I'm going to go to sleep.
I think we're pretty much finished anyway, so I don't want to keep people. My only other business is just two things. Once again, 31st at 1600, the year day celebration, which will start at midnight for Ricky, if you're free. If you're free, but it'll happen then anyway. And then 9th of January, business as usual. No meeting on the 26th of December, and no meeting on the 2nd of January either, as usual. Well, they're just the days. There's no real point in having them. Yeah. 9th of January. That's it. Yeah, got that. And I'm just checking. I've got notes. Yeah, that's to confirm that. Yeah. So we will meet again on the 31st of December at 1600 UTC, and then on the 9th of January, back to business as usual. I am always available. The other second thing is I will be working all the time, every day. So you can contact me anytime. And I'll need to talk with Sarah Evie Clark and John tomorrow anyway. John, you might be a bit busy, but we can do something by correspondence or whenever you're free. And
no, I mean I'm free. I'm freed up after the morning.
okay, well, call me when you're ready then. Call me
I'm
when
off
you're ready.
the rest of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you call me when you're ready, and then we'll do that. And we're going to post the Zoom link for the 31st. It'll be, well, as normal. There'll be the Zoom link as normal. And Ariadne says goodbye, leap year. Yes, 4 years to the next one. 4 years to the next one. And to say finally, that's my business. Unless anyone else raises their hand, then I'll finish when I stop talking. Well, when we get to 10, because we had 13, because we had 27 before joining us. I hope that you have a very good festive time. Don't be a stranger. Don't feel you're intruding or causing me any trouble by getting in touch. I love to work with everybody here. So just let me know as and when you need me, and that will just be fantastic too. So have a great time, whatever you're doing, if you're doing anything. Do sell Asgardia, promote it, tell people about the year day and everything else. And to those of you around the world, we come close to the end of another year for Asgardia. Please do join us. That would be a great Christmas present to me, to Asgardia, to our head of nation, Dr. Asher Bailey. Do join us. It's €100, dollars or pounds per annum. And for that, you can be 100% involved with all of Asgardia's activities. Not an expensive price, and hopefully one that you feel is more. Sleep well, Ricky. Thanks for everyone. We can stop the broadcast now.